C# is case sensitive, and you have to keep in mind this well before you introduce it to the program. So now moving on to primitive data types, let's see primitive data types. We have different types of primitive data types, like we have Boolean, we have signed integrals, we have unsigned integrals, we have floating point, we have decimal, we have characters. So different types of integrals are there. So in primitive data types, let's see. This is primitive data types. Boolean data type will be saying. Boolean means what? Boolean data type has two possible values, either true or false. You will be getting only one value at a time, and its default value is false. They are generally used to check conditions where if statements are there, looping structure is there, etc. So Boolean data type, this is again is a keyword to determine that data type Boolean is valid is equal to true, console.writeLine, this is valid. So it should return true. Let's run this and check whether it returns true. Yes. So it returns true. If I haven't mentioned anything, it will be returning by default value. Its by default value will be false. Let's see the next thing, that is signed integral. So signed integral, this data type holds integer values. This can be holding both positive as well as negative values. One of the total available bits, one bit is used for sign. So S byte, I will be saying for S byte, short value, integer, long. These are different types of signed integrals. Let's see one by one. First we will be saying long range. Now if I am going to mention the variable of long data type, I have to mention strictly capital L or small l after defining the value. So this capital L or small l represents this is of data type long. So I have introduced range variable with a given value, and then I am printing that. Let's see what happens. It is going to display me the value what you have inserted. It is not going to print the capital L or small l. So best practice is to write capital L in front of a long range. So now let's comment this and let's run some another program. So as you can see, now I am telling you about int score. For int, you don't have to mention any kind of signal in front of it. It definitely goes in integer part. So int score is equal to value, and now we are printing score. So this value should be printed on the screen, 51092, that's it. So similarly we will be seeing we'll comment this, and now we'll remove this. For short value, it has a range of 16 bits, default value is 0. So for short, let's see what happens. -1109, this is being printed. Similarly, you can run this. Now S byte is of size 8 bits. If you put a mouse pointer over it, it will tell you the details representing an 8-bit signed integer, or it is of data type struct coming from the using directive system.s byte attract wire. So using .system is being included. So it will be giving you 8-bit size, and range of S byte is -128 to +127. From negative, both positive and negative numbers are being included. So let's run. It will be displaying 23. You can be saying this or practicing for all type of signed integrals. I've shown you S byte, short, integer, long, that comes in signed integrals. So let's stop and let's open now another type, that is unsigned integrals. Unsigned integrals are the data types that can hold values equal to or greater than 0. So that does have to carry the values that are equal to or greater than 0. We generally use these data types to store values when we are sure we won't have any kind of negative values. At that time you can be using unsigned integrals. So in that also you have long, byte, u short, u long, u int. So where you won't get any kind of negative values. Here I have given an example of u long range. Same way, this is a long type data type, so I have mentioned capital L and you can print that value. So u long range is equal to a particular value with capital L appending console.writeLine range. So you can see this number is being printed without capital L again. Only the variable value will be printed. So for long you have a size of 64 bits ranging from 0 to 264. For integer, however, you will be having range 0 to 232 and it will be of size 32 bits. Default value will be 0. So you can be giving integer thing. If you are considering its u short, it is of size 16 bits and ranges from 0 to 65,535. So default value is again 0. You can be trying u short, you can be trying byte. Byte is of size 8 bits. You can use this all data types over here and it can be showing you byte represents 8 bit. So I have to change the number like 62 or something. So byte has ranging 8 bits, 0 to 255 its ranges, so you can give any number between 0 to 255 and that goes for your unsigned integrals. Next part is we'll be seeing is floating point. So floating point, these data types hold floating point values like numbers containing decimal values are being included. For example 12.36 minus 92.17 maybe. The thing is again same, if you have a double you have to represent it with capital D or small d at the end. So floating point includes float, it includes double, it includes single precision floating point type, or it includes double precision floating point types. Single precision float will be having 32 bits, double will be having, double represents 64 bits. So accordingly its default value, if it is of data type float, you have to write here F, capital F or small f. It is of data type double, you have to write here capital D or small d represents at the end which data type it is supposed to be using. So let's run this. The number minus 11092.53 is being displayed, which is being stored over here for the value. So that goes for floating point. Another one in the list of primitive data types is character. So if you want to see the next thing is, it is character. For character it represents a 16-bit Unicode values. Characters they are, since they are characters you have to represent them in single quotes as I have mentioned here. Size is 16 bits and default value is \0. So for characters, let's see here example character ch1. ch1 is of data type char and here /u0042 is being mentioned, which is representing a Unicode character. Now /u0042 represents actually is a Unicode character of capital B. So when I am telling the console to print this ch1, capital B should be printed instead of this, since this is a Unicode character of capital B. Next char ch2 is being declared as X. Directly X should be printed since no Unicode value is being given over here. Let's see what happens after running. So once I have debugged, I can see capital B and small x. That does indicate this is of type character, which represents a 16-bit code character. Then we'll see the last type, that is decimal. So decimal type has more precision and a smaller range as compared to floating point, like double and float. So it is only appropriate for monetary calculations. If you have big size calculations, you will be using decimal type of data type. Size of decimal is 128 bits. Default value is 0.0 M. Now this M stands for, or it indicates the data type decimal. Again, you can be writing it after the end of the value small m or capital M. So range, decimal, this bank balance variable, value is being given, capital M indicates decimal value, and now I am printing this bank balance. So let's see what happens, whether it returns me that number or not. 53005.25. This is the number. So this is the decimal type of value which is giving me this run mode. So I hope you have understood the primitive data types with decimal, character, floating point. Then there was unsigned integrals, signed integrals, and boolean. In altogether we have seen 5 primitive data types, where small data type sections, each of them hold, like byte, s byte, short, integer. This all includes, and this all we have seen in detail. I hope you understood this. Thank you.